Has Batman turned against the rest of his team? Was it for the greater good? Will any of it matter in the end? Well, let's hop into the pages of Justice League issue number 24 and find out for ourselves, shall we? Alrighty then, so as we join the comic, we check back on in with Superman. He's reminiscing about a day he spent with his son, and I think it's so funny that while they're pushing older John in the Bendis books, here in this book, it's all about little kid John. Superman's gonna need all the good vibes he can muster if he ever hopes to escape the crushing blackness of the fifth dimension. How black is it there? It's like none more black. Now, if that all seems dire, you ain't seen nothing yet, because from there we transition on over to the Justice League, who are still reeling from the fact that this world's older version of the Legion of Doom actually saved them from Warden Lois Lane. As Sinestro tells it, things got topsy-turvy pretty quickly. They were not prepared for what sort of horrible monster Lex Luthor would become to try and bring doom to the rest of the universe, and they were even less prepared for the kind of monsters the Justice League would become to try and fight him. So, escalation leading to escalation and all that. Now, what's Batman doing while all of this is going on? Well, the World Forger is celebrating having turned him to his side. Their plan is ultimately simple, but they're going to have to act quick, trick the universe into thinking a crisis is happening so the World Forger can use his powers to fold this new universe into the existing one. Only, he's not really gonna do anything. The real heavy lifting belongs to Batman himself, where you see the World Forger takes Bruce to the final Batsuit. The last device that the Bruce of this universe made. It's empowered by Element X, and essentially it can see the evil in the hearts of mankind and rewrite it, destroying it if it has to. Now, the Legion of Doom wants to get our heroes back to Earth so they can challenge Batman and the World Forger, but to do so, they're going to have to heroically sacrifice themselves to slow up Lois Lane and her army. What follows is actually a surprisingly tearful goodbye from Old Man Sinestro and Old Lady Cheetah to Green Lantern and Wonder Woman. They were, after all, not exactly 100% evil all the time. And so their goodbyes actually feel pretty genuine and effective. Well, except for Gorilla Grodd, he remains that he still hates the Flash, but we know what he really means. Now, getting back to Earth won't be a pleasure cruise. For that, the heroes will literally need to file into the torpedoes so they can be shot out. Oh, sure, it's uncomfortable and dehumanizing, but it's still better than a Carnival cruise. I know nothing about Carnival Cruise. If you work for Carnival Cruise and want to give me a free ride to show how good you are, I'm down for that. Now, getting to Earth was, believe it or not, the easy part. The hard part is overcoming this world's Justice League, who, as the World Forger puts it, are the perfect, most idealized version of our team. Complete with powers and skills that it would take our heroes a lifetime to properly master, and just to put a real bit of paint icing on the crap cake, there's still the matter of their world's turncoat Batman, who comes out rocking his brand new final Batsuit. Well, this isn't too bad. The gold is pretty slick, the ears are a bit long, and I miss the cape, but all in all, not bad. And if you can believe it, it's on that note right there that the comic comes to a close. So that was Justice League issue number 4, everybody, and once again, Scott Snyder and company continue to absolutely kill it with this book. I was really not expecting the emotional gut punch of all the old villains in Martian Manhunter basically saying, yeah, you know what, good, evil, they're perhaps not as black and white a concept as we think they are, and maybe if the Legion of Doom could be saved and become good guys in this world, maybe they need to extend an olive branch to them back in their own world. I don't know if I 100% buy this Batman heel turn. I get the strong suspicion in the next issue he's just gonna turn around and use this final Batsuit against the bad guys. But still, the idea of a Batman who maybe gets kicked out of the Justice League for going too far in his attempt to try and save the known universe, that could be pretty interesting too, all things considered. Ultimately, I'd give this issue an 8 out of 10, really solid stuff.
Hey there everyone, it's your old pal Cape Joel again. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, why not check out some of these other videos I have available from the channel. Then you can follow me on Twitter and Facebook at Cape Joel, so you're always up to speed on what I'm doing next. And hey, did you know, outside just making great weekly comic videos, I'm also on several comic book podcasts, some of which are very popular. There's the Weekly Pull, which the shirt I'm wearing right now, that one goes every other Tuesday. Then there's the Elseworlds Exchange over on the Comic Pop channel. That's every Wednesday around 3 to 5, give or take. And then how could I possibly forget the Comic Multiverse, the show hosted by myself and Matt of Fortress of Solitude. That one goes live on this channel every Wednesday at 8, and also SoundCloud and iTunes later on. Be sure to check out and subscribe to those if you haven't already. I assure you, you won't be mistaken.